Today I'd like to tell you about magnolias, especially the great southern magnolia, the one I'm standing underneath. This is a tree with a long history in the South. It's actually known as the Queen of the South, and it was here way before settlers ever came. It's cultivated, it grows out in the wild. It's a very easy tree to take care of. This particular one, which is called the southern magnolia, is the original magnolia that we had. There's other varieties that have been created because of it, but this is the one that you see in most older homes. This is the one that has the bright green foliage. The back is a lighter green. As we get into some of the new improved varieties, we start to have a copper color back. But this is the traditional magnolia. Grows roughly about 60 feet tall. It's evergreen. It does drop leaves periodically, but for the most part, it never goes dormant. It's a good tough tree for a yard. This particular variety would be better for large yards, but we do have varieties like the Little Jim. That's a smaller bred tree. It grows probably about 16 to 20 feet tall. Has a very nice dark copper color on the back of the leaf. More for us yards these days as yards become a little smaller. The tree this particular variety flowers once a year in about June or July, followed by a nice seed pod that the seeds open up and turn bright red. This does pose a little bit of a hassle with lawnmowers, but the good thing is the seeds tend to fall directly underneath the tree, and so it's not that big of a problem. Whereas the Little Jim probably has a seed pod probably about this large and is never a problem for mowing. The seeds can be taken off or they can be left on there until they fall off, and then the new growth comes out where the seed is formed. That's one reason why you might want to consider pinching that off. Magnolias provide an important food source for local birds and the exotics that we have here in Florida. The trees, as I said, are evergreen. They're not affected by cold weather. There's not a lot of bugs that bother them. They stay beautiful all year long. They can be lifted up to where you have a higher canopy. Traditionally, though, we think of magnolias all the way to the ground. This particular variety does not have the beautiful copper color back because it's the original one. As newer varieties have been developed, they have a nice copper color to the back of the leaf. Sometimes people think that's a problem, but it's really a sign of a great cultivar. Magnolias are cold hardy. They don't take a lot of water. They are just a good tree to have in your yard. It's a good solid tree, and we hope you'll have a great gardening day.